The BCS paycheck game for Richmond is finally here. Coach Belichick has given the matchup some extra excitement. The biggest question now is, can both teams improve in the same game? Hello, Spider fans everywhere and college football fans across America and around the world. It's Satchmo from the Spider Gang. Proud to be back for another episode of Spider's Prologue. Game 3 takes Richmond to Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina to face Bill Belichick's North Carolina Tarheels. When this game was scheduled years ago, no one could have imagined the Spiders would be facing the legendary NFL coach in their almost annual BCS paycheck game. Belichick changed everything about Carolina football after being lured to the college ranks last December. Since then, it's been said the goal is to build an NFL-style Tar Heels program that is a pipeline to the pros. Coach Belichick was able to bring in his coaching staff and 70 new players to get started. Interest and excitement in the program exploded, as seen as ticket sales, merchandise, and media presence. But so far, Belichick's Tar Heels have been unable to deliver on the field. North Carolina took an embarrassing 48-14 loss to TCU in their home opener, and then earned an uninspiring 20-3 win over Charlotte. After both games, Coach Belichick highlighted the inconsistency of the offense. The Heels have shown flashes, especially at the start of games, but have not been able to consistently maintain momentum. Belichick said there needs to be better timing, execution, and fundamental play. Inconsistencies also marked the defensive play of the Tar Heels. They did stop the run game versus Charlotte, but were torched in the second half through the air. Carolina's defensive lines had trouble pressuring the passer. They've only produced one sack in 2 games. Finally, the most fundamental defensive improvement, coach said, the Tar Heels need to tackle better. Spider fans can sympathize with North Carolina's offensive struggles. Our rebuilt offensive line has not been able to win the line of scrimmage in our first 2 games. That's made it very difficult to generate a successful rushing and passing attack. Richmond's not been able to make big plays and sustain drives. The UR defense has been the Spiders' strong suit. They have given Richmond the chance to win the first 2 games despite the struggling offense. The front 7 have done a good job against the run and have been able to generate pressure on quarterbacks. Both of these teams need to get significantly better to battle the best teams in their conferences. Saturday's game gives the interior lines on both teams a chance to show fans whether or not another week of practice has produced the progress needed in timing, execution, and fundamentals. No doubt, North Carolina will be a multi-TD favorite. That's no surprise in any BCS, FCS matchup. But if the Tar Heels have not progressed or are not focused on the Spiders, this game could be closer than expected. Who knows? Richmond may have used the week to get better. But you know what? The Tar Heels have Bill Belichick on the sidelines. The odds are he's found ways to improve his squad in Game 3. I expect the Heels will be laser focused on helping their fans forget the humiliating performance in their debut at Kenan versus TCU. Richmond has nothing to lose in this game. On a nationwide stage versus Belichick, I also expect our best effort. It's unlikely to be good enough, but I hope it's good enough to see improvement. The Spider Gang Predictions Contest never takes a breather, even when it's FCS versus BCS. The contestants' scores seem to indicate they do believe Belichick can coach up the Tar Heels this week. Take a look at these predictions, which are presented in the order of the contest standings after game 2. Spider fans, I expect this is a fun game for our coaches and players. Coaches and athletes are known for their competitive nature. Not many, if any, of the players on our roster were ever offered a scholarship by North Carolina or likely any other ACC team. That should generate a special effort to show the crowd at Kenan Stadium their best. It might not be good enough, but I hope it's good enough to show we're getting better. Have some fun with this, Spiders. Enjoy the game. That's all for North Carolina. Show both coaches that you've gotten better. Go Spiders. So long for now.